What's up, y'all? JustZay here, back now to pick up. Today we got a pair of shoes coming straight from Nike. These are, of course, under the Nike First Sight Shadow SP. Now these things, right out the bat, I'm gonna let you know, these things are very, very disappointing. Which sucks because I have a fresh fit on. I want to introduce you guys to the home team apparel, as well as a dope pair of shoes, but unfortunately, I got introduced to the apparel and a pair of shoes I think is a bit overpriced and just not worth it. But before we get to that point, I'm gonna show you guys unbiasedly why you can make an argument against what I'm saying, as well as exactly why I feel the way I feel. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what we got. All right, so just a little under 150, you can get a shoe that looks just like this. Now, this did take my attention, and I do want to point this out to you guys. Be careful with what colorway you do decide to go with, because you will get some color migration. This is just a little indicator to let you know. Possibilities of that, but if you're dealing with black on black, you don't necessarily have to worry about that, as I have right here. Now, this shoe does look super duper futuristic. However, I can't help but point out that it does have elements of, or at least to me visually, a combination of the Air Flightposites as well as the Air Zooms. But that's a positive thing, because I love when they merge things together. Now, I do wish there was either some type of zipper or maybe some type of nylon or Velcro strap, but it's not, because this right here plays a part in the level of comfort, and that's what this shoe is missing to me. It is not comfortable. All right, so pick back up and focus on the center of this shoe. You're gonna see the neoprene right here. This is almost like a little boot. This is throughout the core of the shoe. This is really what the shoe is. Now, unfortunately, as I was saying, this has little to no give. So right in this area, if this was maybe a zipper or maybe even a Velcro strap that you have the option of leaving on or off, that would make this shoe a whole lot better than what it is. But it's not, so we gotta judge what we got. So you have a pull tab right here, which makes it pretty good and easy to slip on. If you're going to use two hands, or if you try to do it without hands, I'll show you shortly, it just doesn't work. Now, you're going to have the branding of Nike right here with the swoosh, and then on the bottom, you're going to have the swoosh following you all the way to the mid-back part of the shoe. Now, this shoe has a good amount of traction on it. The outer rubber bottom is, you probably could play these on the court, but like I said, these are uncomfortable, so I just wouldn't do that. But if you just want to play casually, you know, by all means, but I wouldn't play no serious pickup game with these. Now, this material right here, you guys can't really, can you guys see that? Can you guys tell? This material right here reminds me of like a debossing. That's kind of what it feels like, but it's like thicker and reinforced by like foam. So this isn't just a regular black piece of material. So I just want to point that out. Now, this right here is what steals the show. These incandescent little beads right here. This is what makes the shoe, I believe. This is what makes it a standout. But even this glossy material isn't enough to save the shoe to make me want to recommend it. Oh, I didn't even see that. So we got a swoosh right here. But outside of that, I don't know, man. I just disappointed, man. I wanted more, you know, because they look like, or at least they favor the Posite family, you know, the Foamposite, Flightposites, but just for them not to be comfortable as that, such a letdown. Now, the weight of these things, you're looking at roughly, let's see, 448 grams. Now, I don't have a pair of Flightposites, but I have a pair of Foamposites, which are pretty heavy, but give you an idea, we're looking at 594 grams. So, like I said, pretty heavy shoe for it to not be as functional as these are. These are basketball shoes, but I did wear these casually. I hooped them a couple times in gym, but like I said, I really wore these things down. Like, these are the original pair from '08. Like I said, as you can tell, boy, these things were talking at one point. I think I redid the sole on these like 3 times. If I was to wear these now, I don't know, man. I think this is it. Yeah, it's a wrap on these things, buddy. But overall, man, if you're going to go with a shoe that's stylish visually, this is probably what you want. All right, so can you slip these things on with no hands? No, you cannot. Well, it's very unlikely. These are a size 12 in women's, which converts to a 10.5 in men. You're gonna have to use your hands to slip these things on. Now, like I said, slightly responsive, but don't expect much. As far as height boost, really do not expect anything other than maybe an inch at most, maybe an inch. But yeah, man, disappointed in these. Now, you can take these off with no hands, but they're probably gonna pull your socks, just as mine did. So keep that in mind. Now, for the shoe to be labeled as a slip-on, that's very misleading because these laceless things are not comfortable. And you can't really put your foot in. This has little to no give. I mean, yeah, it's flexible as a whole, but right here, it's not. Now, as far as putting your foot in, how much space you're gonna have from the front of the shoe to the back, you're looking at right about 11 inches. And it's at its most narrowest point, you're looking at about 3.5 inches. And on the inside of these, you get a basic sole. It doesn't say anything. They really glued these things on in there. I don't want to rip it, so I'll just show you guys the material. Nothing too crazy, just a basic sole. Smash, smash. Are you saying smash pass?
No, I'm saying smash, bash, smash.
Oh, smash, bash, smash. Smash, bash, smash, son.